stretching routine for you today. We are going to be focusing on our upper body, our shoulders, our arms, our upper back, our chest, all of that good stuff. If you need a little bit of lower body TLC, last week I posted a 30-minute lower body stretch, so go and check that out if you need something for your quads, hamstrings, and glutes. So today, the only thing you're going to need is a yoga mat. We're going to be on our chest and our back a lot, so you want to have something soft to lay on. And I'm going to be using a PVC. I'm assuming you don't have a PVC at home. So if you are at home, I would use a broomstick or a mop or something that's going to be a little bit longer and you can get your arms straight on, okay? You can even use a longer towel. That's going to be a really good substitute for this PVC as well. So anything you have at home that's long enough to stretch your arms out, PVC, broom, towel, something like that, okay? I will also be using the rig. If you're at home, you'd be using a door frame. So something that you can extend your arm up on. So something like a door frame or your garage door or something like that. So go ahead and get your stuff and I'll meet you on the mat. Your PVC, your broomstick, or your towel. We're just going to get some motion in our shoulders, kind of loosen up the joints and get our muscles warm before we start stretching. So you're going to take your broomstick or towel or PVC, and I want you to go really wide with those hands. Go wider than you would normally think to go, okay? If you notice, I'm almost out to the very edge of this PVC, okay? Especially as you're just starting out, and a lot of you that probably have done CrossFit before have done these, they call them pass-throughs or dislocates, but they're really great to get your shoulder moving. However, if you're too narrow in your hands, it can be really hard for your shoulders. So as we're just now warming up, go ahead and go extra wide, okay? So hands extra wide. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see what I'm going to do. I want your arms to be straight. I want your rib cage to be tucked, and we're going to go up overhead, really pushing tall with those shoulders, keeping those arms straight, feeling the stretch, and then touching our back all the way down. Notice how I'm going really slow, and then I'm going to come up and over and come back to the front. Okay, I want you to do 5 of those. Go ahead, nice and slow. Push away, then go up to the sky, squeeze the shoulder blades together as you come down, touch your back, and then slowly back forward. Okay, that's 2. Let's go 3 more. Push away, push up. Squeeze the shoulders, touch your back. Good. Back forward, 2 more. Keeping that rib cage tucked, push away, up to the sky, around and through. Good. Try to keep those arms straight. If you cannot keep the arms straight, go wider in your hands. Okay, we're going to do 1 more. Push away, around, touch your back. Good. And back through. Beautiful. Okay, so kind of getting our shoulders warm. Next, this next stretch is going to work not only our shoulders, but also our forearms, okay? It's going to be almost the same movement, except we're going to hold in the front. So this time, I want you to take the PVC or broom behind you, and I want you to notice my hands are very, very wide, and my palms are facing forward, okay? So I'm not back, right? My hands are forward, and I'm grabbing that PVC. I'm going to keep my hands as wide as I can, okay? And you're going to come back over your head and hold here, right? So don't go back forward. I want you to hold in this position, pulling those shoulder blades back, and you should feel a really good stretch through that forearm, okay? And we're just going to hold it. Good. Good, go ahead and release for a second. Hold it here. Some of you might have to bend to get your arms over, and that's okay. If you have some shoulder flexibility issues, bending is going to be okay for this position, just not the last one. So again, hands forward, bend if you need to, but go ahead and try to keep those arms straight. Bring them forward and hold. Again, you're feeling this in your forearms as well as your shoulders. Your hands are underneath that PVC, and we're gonna hold. Good. And go ahead, release, bring those hands back. Beautiful. Next, bring that PVC forward, okay? And I want you to grab your PVC with your right hand on the inside of the PVC. Thumb is up, okay? So when I grab this, it's gonna be like this, all right? So again, I'm on the inside of the PVC across my body, and I'm grabbing it with my thumb up, all right? I'm gonna put my arm at a 90-degree angle. I'm gonna take my left arm and pull across my body. This is gonna give you a little stretch in your shoulder. It shouldn't be anything that hurts or pinches. And if it does, release that grip a little bit on the left arm that's crossing your body, okay? And hold. This is a really great stretch if you do front squats or do a lot of front rack positions. This is a really good stretch for your elbows and your shoulders. Good. Release that bottom hand. We're gonna go on the other side. I'm gonna take my left arm. I'm gonna go inside the PVC with my palm up, just like I did on the other side, okay? Grabbing it in between my thumb and my fingers. My right arm comes across my body and pulls to the outside, all right? So again, feeling this in your elbow and shoulder, your hand is at your arm's at a 90-degree angle and your hand is facing up and you're pulling it across. This can be a little bit confusing, so don't worry if you need to pause the video and go back to see how I grab this PVC, okay? It can be a little bit weird to watch someone do it. So remember, palm up, grab it, 90-degree angle, and then pull across your body. Good, release that hand. Now we're gonna go back to 5 more pass-throughs, the thing we did in the beginning. You might be able to bring your hands in a little bit to give you more of a stretch. So palms are back, grabbing that PVC or broom. You're gonna push that PVC away, come up over your head, go just to where you get a good stretch through the shoulder and back. Go ahead and do 5 of those on your own. Push away, coming up to the sky, squeezing the shoulders to your ears, squeezing the shoulder blades in your back, and then back forward. Good, 3 more. Nice and slow, getting those shoulders moving and warm. Good, we're gonna go 1 more. Beautiful, good job. Okay, now that our shoulders are warm, we're gonna come down to our mat. All right, guys, we're gonna start this portion with some down dog, up dogs. We did this in our lower body stretch. Not only is it really great for your hamstrings and your calves and your ankles, but it's really, really great for your shoulders. So we're gonna do 5 of these, all right? So hands go down on the ground. You're gonna step back. Your butt is high in the air, okay? You're gonna push into those hands, turn the inside of your elbows out, and you're gonna push that head through your arms, getting it towards your knees, okay? So you're pressing your chest towards your knees. You're gonna hold it. Feel free to keep your knees bent, to pedal out your feet, whatever you need to do. Good. Next, we're gonna drop our hips and look up to the sky, keeping your shoulders pulled down your back, keeping that chest tall. You can untuck your toes in the back and really press those hips to the floor. We're gonna do 5 of these total. Good, tuck your toes, push back, bend your knees however much you need to, press your chest towards your legs. Good, and come forward, chest up. Again, tuck your toes, press back. Good. And up dog, hips to the ground. Look up to the sky. You can also kind of move your head around here, stretching out your neck if you need to. Tuck your toes, press back. 2 more. Hips to the sky. Good, and down, chest to the sky now. Hips to the floor, good. We're gonna do one more, tuck your toes, press back, hips to the sky, chest towards your knees. Good, and up dog. Untuck those toes, shoulder blades down your back, proud chest. Good, and release. Next, we're gonna do something that we do in yoga called thread the needle. This is really good to give you a cross-body stretch and to open up your back. I'm gonna do it at this angle. Hopefully you can see me. We're gonna do the left side first, and then we'll go over to the right, okay? So you're gonna be on your hands and knees. You're gonna take that left arm, and you're gonna thread it under your right, setting the shoulder on the ground and resting on your head. So I'll turn to you a little bit more. Again, left arm is gonna come under, it's gonna come to the ground, head is gonna come to the floor. Now, you want the weight to be on your shoulder, not on your head and neck. So use that right hand to brace however you need to help you feel the stretch in that left arm, but not put too much weight in the head, okay? That butt is up to the sky. And hold.
I can't get the answer to that on Apple Watch.
The Apple Watch wants to join. Good. Go ahead, push into that right arm. Come back to tabletop. We're gonna do that again on the right side. Remember, that arm is threading through. So we're gonna take your right arm, we're gonna thread it underneath the left. You're gonna set the right shoulder on the floor. That right hand's gonna be extended. I like taking my left hand up to the sky. It just helps me have a little bit more room to stretch. Don't put too much weight in the head, and hold. You can also do different things with your legs. You can outstretch your legs if you need to, giving you some movement down there. It's up to you. Good, release, come back to tabletop. Good. So now we're gonna stretch the chest and open up the arms. So a little bit of the same similar movements, but this time we're gonna get a stretch through that shoulder, okay? So I'm gonna kind of face you so you can see what I'm doing. You can make this as hard or as easy as you need it to be, all right? So go ahead and lay on your stomach. We're gonna do the left side first. You're gonna take the left arm out directly from your shoulder. So you're right at that 90-degree angle to your body. Your palm is down. I'm gonna roll over onto my shoulder. Now remember, you only need to go as far as you feel comfortable. So I'm gonna roll over onto my shoulder, and I'm gonna take my leg over and place it on the ground, okay? Couple things to notice. Go ahead and get there and hold it. I want your head to be on the floor, right, to give you a little bit of your neck to relax. I use my right hand to brace, and I keep my left leg up. You can always keep your leg down and just focus on the arm, whatever feels better for you. Keeping the leg up gives me a little bit more stretch on that arm. The biggest thing you want to remember is that arm is straight out from your body. It's not too far up or too far down. And hold. Good. Go ahead and release, bringing those feet forward first. Roll back onto your chest. We're going to the other side now. We're gonna take that right arm out, okay, directly out from the side of your body, not too far up, not too far back, straight out. Palm is down. We're gonna rest the chest on the floor and we're gonna roll over onto that arm. You can either place your foot on the ground or keep it straight, up to you. Good, go ahead and bring those feet back forward, release your hands, push up into that good tabletop position, and we're gonna come over onto our butt. So we did this in the lower body stretch, but these bridge ups are really amazing to open up that chest and the shoulders just like we did, okay? So now that our chest is feeling a little bit looser and not so tight, we're gonna do our bridge ups. So remember, when you do these bridge ups, your hands are behind you. I have pretty flexible wrists, so I'm gonna go ahead and face my hands towards me. If you struggle with wrist pain, go ahead and keep your hands facing away from you. Your feet are in front of you, close to your butt, okay? And you're gonna press up into that tabletop position and lean that head back if it feels okay. The more you can get that butt to the sky, the more it's gonna open up that chest and come back down. We're gonna do 5 of those. Again, press up and hold and down. Good. Press up and hold. Good, down. That's 3, we're gonna do 2 more. Press up and hold. Good, down. Last one, press up and hold. And down, beautiful, good. Shake out those shoulders for a second. Another good thing to practice when you are working your shoulders in a stretch is to work on your wrist flexibility, stuff that we don't normally think of, but when you work out a lot at the gym, your wrists can get really sore, especially if you do anything overhead. So we're gonna stretch our wrists really quick and then we're gonna take it to your door frame. So first I want you to go fingers away from you, okay? I want you to turn your elbows out. So this is the pointy part of my elbow. I'm gonna turn it towards me so the inside of my elbow is facing you. And then I'm gonna lean forward into my fingertips to get a little bit of a stretch through those wrists. You can shift side to side, do whatever you need to get that good stretch. Good, come off tension for a second. We're gonna do that one more time. Same thing, fingers forward, come over. Again, I like to shift. It just gives my entire palm some pressure so I can feel it through the entirety of my wrist and forearms. Good, come off, shake it out for a second. Next, we're gonna take our fingers towards us. So some of you may only be able to get them to the side, and that's okay. Some of you may be able to get them all the way towards you, okay? It's up to you, however you feel comfortable with this stretch, all right? So fingers as close towards you as you can, okay? You're gonna lean backwards over those fingers. So I want you to have a little bit of a bend in your elbow, especially some of you have hyperextended elbows. I definitely do on my left side. So you want to bend slightly and then lean back into those knees, okay? It's going to give you a little bit more stretch through your forearms as well. Good, come off tension for a second, lean forward, and then back. Hopefully you can get a little bit deeper. But take this as you need. The more and more you stretch your wrist, the better this is gonna feel. Good, and release, shake it out. Now the next one's gonna be pretty tough. you want to really adjust the pressure into your wrist by staying in your legs. And I'll show you what I mean here in a second. So you're gonna put your fingers towards you again, except the top of your hands are gonna be on the ground. So just a second ago, we had our palms down. Now the top of our hands are down, okay? Fingers towards us, and we're again going to lean back towards our heels. Do whatever you can here. If it means you just stay with the pressure over your wrist, that's fine. If you can lean back a little bit, that's fine too. Good, and release, shake it out. Beautiful. Okay, next we're gonna go to your door frame. I'm gonna be over here on the rig, but really you just need a tall, stable structure to put some pressure against for your shoulders. So I'll meet you there. Okay, hopefully you're next to your door frame. I'm gonna use the rig. I'm gonna go ahead and face you. What's gonna happen in our first stretch? My hand is gonna be flat on my door frame, okay? I'm gonna come to a full extension of that arm. I'm gonna scoot pretty close to that frame, and then I'm gonna push my chest forward, okay? So if you notice, my feet are pretty close, and I'm pushing into my armpit, keeping that arm straight. All right, you should feel this through the top of your shoulder. You should feel a little bit of a lat stretch as well as your chest. Okay, so again, hand is tall, nice and flat against your door frame, and then pressing your chest through. Good. And release. Good. We're gonna go to the other side. Same thing, hand is tall. You're gonna keep your feet close to the door. You're gonna really stretch, and then you're gonna push your chest forward, opening up that shoulder. Don't use a lot of pressure, right? Your arm needs to be straight. Only go as far as you feel comfortable. Good, release. Next, we're gonna open up our chest again, kind of like we did on the ground. You're gonna grab onto that door frame right at your 90-degree angle from your body. We're gonna keep our palm open, or you can grab on if it feels a little bit better, and we're gonna twist away from our arm, okay? So notice, you don't want your shoulder to roll forward. So if you see or you feel your shoulder close to that ear, go ahead and take that shoulder, pull it down your back, and try to take the elbow down to the ground or the inside of the elbow up to the sky, okay? So again, opening up that chest, twisting away from your arm, making sure your shoulder is rolled down your back. Good, release. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. I'm gonna come to the side so I can show you. My hand's gonna be out, okay? My palm is gonna be against the door, and I'm gonna twist away from that arm, right? I don't want it to be too low. I definitely don't want it to be too high. And I wanna take that shoulder and roll it down my back, right? And then twist away. So make sure you roll the shoulder first and twist away. Good, and release. Beautiful. Next, we're gonna do a little bit of a lat stretch, okay? You're gonna face your door frame. You're gonna grab on a little bit, maybe a little bit under your shoulders, if not at shoulder height. I'm gonna step back with straight legs, or you can bend, it's up to you, and you're gonna press your head through your shoulders, Okay, so I'm gonna turn so you can see me a little bit better. Again, right out from my shoulders, my legs are straight. I'm gonna press my chest to the floor, and I should really feel a great stretch through my lats and my shoulders. So hands up tall, pressing that chest towards the floor. Good, release for a second. We're gonna do that one more time. And down. Good, release. Beautiful. The last one we're going to do, again, just opens up the chest. I really like this one. You can hold on to, if you have rings at home, or maybe you like, you have some bands. This is a really great stretch for bands. But I'm going to use this rig. You use your door frame, and I want you to grab your hands behind on the door frame. I want you to pull your shoulder blades back, step your feet close to the door frame, and lean into your chest. So you're really opening up and stretching the shoulders and the chest in this position. Your hands are behind you, you're grabbing onto that door frame, and your chest is tall. Good, and release. Beautiful. Great job today, guys. Hopefully your shoulders are feeling really, really good and strong. Mine are definitely feeling a lot more flexible, and hopefully you got a good stretch out of this routine. So make sure to check out Lower Body Stretch on YouTube, and I will see you next time. Thanks.